In this lesson, we will be doing an introduction to linear function, also known as straight line graph or straight line function. So, the basic form of a linear function is given as y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c, whereas y represents the y-axis, the m represents the slope, also known as the gradient. The x represents the x-axis, and the c represents the y-intercept. So, how do you calculate the y-intercept? Suppose we are given a simple equation. Let's have an example. Y is equal to 2x minus 2. They say calculate the y-intercept. So, what we must know is that for y-intercept, you let x be equal to 0. And then we're going to say that y is equal to 2 multiplied by 0 minus 2. And that will give you 0 minus 2, which is equal to minus 2. That is your y-intercept. So to write the coordinates, you write the coordinates as x is 2y. So what is the y-axis there? It's negative 2 when x is 0. So this is the coordinates. These are the coordinates there. I hope you understand. So these are the coordinates. So to find the y-intercept, you let x be equal to 0. And let's say they said calculate the x-intercept. So similarly, for x-intercept, you let the y be equal to 0. So we're going to say that 0 is equal to 2x minus 2. We take the minus 2 to the right side, and then we say that 2 is equal to 2x. At the end, our x is equal to 1. To write them in a coordinate form, we're going to say that the x is equal to 1 when y is 0. This is how you can find the x as well as the y-intercept. So, we're going to erase here. Okay, so we have understood these things, so we're going to cancel them. Okay, so we are back there. So, what is m? We said that m is the slope or the gradient. The formula for calculating the gradient is given as m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Suppose we are given two coordinates. We are given the coordinates 0 and 2, as well as the coordinates 2 and 0. And they say calculate the slope. These are going to be the first pair of coordinates, and these are going to be the second pairs. So this will be x1 and y1, and this will be x2 and y2. And to find the gradient, we're going to say that y2 is 0 minus y1, which is 2, divided by x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is 0. And at the end, we're going to have negative 2 over 2, which is equal to minus 1. So, note that the slope there is negative. This means that it's a decreasing function. So, if the gradient, if m is positive and if m is negative, there's something you must note. If m is positive, the slope is like this. It's an increasing function. This is how the slope is going to be. It's going to be an increasing function. You take it as if like a person is climbing. A person is climbing a step ladder. It's increasing. But what about if the slope or the gradient is negative? If it's negative, it's going to be a different case. This time is going to be a decreasing function. And we're going to take it as if like a person is decreasing or is descending down the stairs. I hope you understand this. So, just know that if the gradient is positive, sometimes they say m is greater than 0. It means it is positive. And here m is less than 0, it means it is negative. So if m is positive, it means that the slope is increasing. You see, the slope is increasing. So sometimes they can use the word increasing slope. So let's know that if they say increasing slope, they mean positive gradient. And here they can say decreasing slope. I hope this is clear. And C is the y-intercept. Suppose you are given a graph. You'll pardon my drawing. So suppose you are given a graph which is like this. And here you have 2. And here you have 2. Okay. So what is the y-intercept? We said that C is the y-intercept. We read the value of C here. Let's use a different color. So here, that's where we read the value of C. This is the y-intercept. So in this case, we're going to say that our C is equal to 2. I hope it is clear. So C is the y-intercept. This is where you find the value of C. Okay? So make sure you are able to calculate the gradient. You are able to find an equation. So sometimes they can just give you points and they say calculate or determine an equation. So let's erase here. Or let's move to the next page. So they can give you points. Suppose you are given the points 2 and 0, as well as the points 0 and 2. And they say find the equation in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So we're going to say that we start by calculating the slope at all times. M is equal to y2 over minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This will be our first pair and our second pair. So what is y2? Y2 is 2 minus 0, and we're going to say over x2. x2 is 0 minus 2, and at the end we're going to get negative 1. Okay, hope you understand this. So the slope there is negative 1. So we're going to say that y is equal to negative x or negative 1x plus c. And after that, we're going to plug any set of coordinates, either this one or this one. They'll give you the same answer. So let's plug 2 and 0. So we're going to use a point 2 and 0. So this is x and this is y. So where we see y, we're going to say 0 is equal to negative. Where we see x, we plug 2 plus c. This means that the negative 2 crosses the sign, goes that side, and will be positive 2 is equal to c. This means that the value of c is equal to 2. And at the end, we plug it into this equation. And you can see that y is equal to negative x plus 2. And this is the equation of a straight line. I hope it is understandable. Thank you for watching.